Hey guys, Savannah Bell here with My Massage World, and I am with you live again this week to show you how to use a Facebook feature that can make your post a lot more efficient and make sure your stuff is getting in front of the right people. Kind of important. Did you know that you can target your regular post like you target a boosted post, but you don't have to pay anything? It's pretty cool. Super simple, but something that a lot of people don't even know is out there. So I want to go ahead and just kind of get into it. But first, let's say you want to get really specific with your targeting for a specific post. So for instance, you may love to do both clinical and spa techniques. So you've got this mix of fans on Facebook. Well, you don't really want your 25-year-old male athletes to focus, or the focus of a spa treatment post that you're trying to sell to, 40-year-old female clients, and vice versa. You don't necessarily want a post that is meant for those 25-year-old male athletes to be seen by your 40-year-old female clients. Remember, you always have to be speaking to your ideal client, and sometimes you might have a couple of those, especially if you offer like a wide variety of services or you have multiple therapists in your office working for you. I know I've harped on this before, but only a small percentage of your audience ever sees your post. So you want to make sure that each one of those people who Facebook chooses to put your post in front of, you got to make sure that they are exactly who you want seeing it. So let me get switched over here to my screen, and you can see how to do this. So I'm here on business page, and there we go. I'm just going to go in and start to do a regular post like normal. So let's say that I want a post that is geared toward those male athletes in their 20s and 30s. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a photo, because photos are very important. If you're not doing video, definitely do photos. So let me add a photo here. I'm going to do this one. So I'm going to add a little text. Whoa, that is not what I meant to do. There we go. Obviously, you're going to put a little bit more thought into, like your text here. Add a link. Links are always important to make sure to send them to your website, booking page, whatever you want to do. All right, so then I'm going to come down here when I'm doing this regular post, and I'm going to pick this little button here that looks like a scope target. Okay, this lets you choose your preferred audience for this particular post. All right, so I open that up, and you can see here I have preferred audience and audience restrictions. We can adjust both of these. So you can pick some interest that your ideal client might have. If you can't come up with anything off the top of your head, you can browse, which is nice. So I'm going to browse here for a minute. Let's pick, since we're targeting athletes, let's pick fitness and wellness, okay? So you can see all of these kind of subcategories here that are in that fitness and wellness spot, and you can get really specific. So if you wanted to target people who just do yoga, you can do that. If you want to target people who bodybuild, there you go. I'm going to go ahead and target just all of fitness and wellness, because that's who I'm trying to get with this just generic example of a post. All right, so I'm going to do all fitness and wellness, and then I'm going to go over to audience restrictions, because it's not just interest you want to focus on. You also want to narrow down your demographics. Okay, so I can pick age. So I'm going to say, I want to do 21 to 35. You want a good range. Nothing too broad, but a little bit. All right, so we got 21 to 35. Obviously, you can pick gender. You can leave it as both, but with this particular post, I want to target men. Ideally, whoever the client is in a picture, whoever the focus is on the picture, that's the gender you want to go with. But that's not an absolute, okay? All right, so then I come down and I can pick location. So for me, I'm going to pick Morristown, Tennessee. And that's going to go in there. It automatically generates this radius for us, so it's plus 25 miles. Okay, you can adjust that by clicking that little arrow. You can go all the way down to 10 miles, or you can go all the way up to 50. Totally up to you. So I want to do 50 because I want to reach people who live in Knoxville, which is only about 40, 50 miles from me. So I've got that option. Remember, this is going out to people who already like your page. So you want to be specific, but you also have to remember that if you have a really low number of fans, you want to broaden this a little bit to make sure that you're still getting in front of a good amount of people. And by the way, when you do this, so let's say we save that. So now I have this targeting here. When you're doing any post, you've also got this option to add a messenger button, which means when your post appears in front of them, it can include this messenger button so they can reply by messenger, which is pretty nifty. Okay, so then all you have to do is either publish or schedule it. You don't have to do the messenger button, that's an option. But I prefer the targeted audience here, more so than just people responding by messenger. But if you like using messenger, go for it. All right, so then I would just go down here and I could either publish or I can schedule it. That is up to you how you want to do this, but I prefer doing this a little bit ahead of time and kind of scheduling things out so I can do like one lump set of time where I can sit and do all my social media promotions and posts, and then I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the week or however long in advance you want to do. So that's it. All you do, and you're all done. Okay. So pretty cool. You've now got a very targeted post that will get in front of the exact people you want it in front of. Pretty cool, huh? And you can do this with any demographic that you want, any type of post. Try to figure out who you're talking to. Remember, you always want to talk to that ideal client. So get on your Facebook page, start targeting those posts. This is going to help that organic reach immensely and make sure that you're as efficient as possible with your page, which is, kind of important. So now I want to segue over into telling you about a new service that's pretty cool that we just launched. Has nothing to do with targeting Facebook posts, but I haven't announced it in a video yet. So that's what I want to do now. So I know it's hard when you're starting out to fork over all the money for something like branding, but it is really important to get your business off on the right foot. So instead of having to spend thousands of dollars for a graphic designer, we now offer these brand bundles. So we forked over all the cash up front to have our amazing graphic designer, Samantha, build these prefab branding bundles for you. You just provide all the information that you want included, and she customizes it for you. So you can change the colors, and she puts your name and all of your information into the logo, your alternate logo. You get a sub-market stamp, you get a brochure, rack card, business card, referral card, all sorts of awesomeness at an absolute fraction of what it normally costs to hire a graphic designer. So it's pretty cool. You can learn more and order yours now at the link in the post. And if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to ask. I am always happy to help, whether you put that in the comments or send us a message. All right. So thank you guys so much for watching today. Be sure to check us out at mymassageworld.com, like our Facebook page, subscribe to us on YouTube, and stay tuned for more videos. Bye, guys.